Join your palms and let us form an intention for universal health. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukhi bhag bhavet. May all be in a state of peace. May no one form any disease. May all see auspicious and good everywhere, and none go to the doors of ill health and pain. Place your palms down, simply relax. We are going to begin a small session on the topic of COVID special. Before that, I just want to ask if anybody here is not feeling well. You can just put your hand up. Everybody is fine. Is anybody having fever or is going through the... No, everybody is fine. So you've just come to know how we can cope with the situation, right? Nobody is ill or has fever or is struggling right now. Yes? Okay, fine. So first, in case you all, we are hearing so much about this COVID that it's becoming like sometimes we just want to close our ears, and it should be rightfully done. And let us just concentrate on our own selves, on our own health, and really not look outward as to what is happening, other than just managing yourself, creating social distance, wearing masks, all that goes without saying. The medical part of it, you will have to consult your physician and you'll have to take good remedies for that. The slightest discomfort that your body gives you, you'll have to immediately approach your physician. We cannot in any way cross those borders and give you any information as regarding to out of science. Whenever you're sick, you have to approach the physician. We are only approaching it from a very, very yogic point of view, which will also give you a lot of help. Prepare your immunity, prepare your strength. So let's begin. Take your left palm, take it back, take your right palm onto your chest. All is well, all is well. All is well. Amir Khan yaad aa raha hai ki nahi? All is well. Let's begin with all is well. Tardan Kriya. Okay, this is the Tardan Kriya. We are doing this to dilate the blood vessels at the upper lobe of the lungs, the chest. Move to the right. Try and make the smack a little resounding on the shoulder, on the upper chest. Allow it to go to the neck, just releasing all the tension that you have accumulated. The throat, coming back to the chest. Allow the beating to be a little resounding. Tuck, 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 tuck. This melts all the blood vessels, energizes the cells. Take it back to your nape, and as far as you can reach, Tardan Kriya. We are just concentrating on the upper lobes of the chest, the lungs, the neck. And you will immediately feel a kind of a relaxation. Slowly release and relax. Take a deep inhalation. Take a deep exhalation. When the situation is such that we have to fight toxicity, then the ancient science of Hatha Yoga gives you a few cleansing kriyas. They are 6 in number. Neti, Thauti, Kapalabhati, Nauli, Tratak, Basti. There are a few things that you can do in the privacy of your homes. One of them is Neti. We'll not be taking it now as this is a different platform. But I'm just mentioning it to you, filling your pouts with a little water, salt water, and continuously cleansing the nasal passages. Removes all the kind of dirt that is prevalent both in the atmosphere, in the house, in your psyche. Jalneti settles you down completely, cleaning the nasal passages and preparing you for that loss of smell. Okay, if you feel that the situation is arising where you are not able to smell, then Jalneti is the answer. Continue with your Jalneti every single day. Sometimes, maybe if you have a lot of fever or something, then refrain from doing that. If you want to learn the procedures of Jalneti, we will be taking another session. Since this is not the platform for Shat Kriyas, I'm just mentioning it to you so that in the privacy of your homes, you can practice it. Jalneti is definitely one thing that you can do regularly. The other one is part of Dhauti, and that is Kunjal Kriya. Sometimes, if you feel an accumulation of bile or cough in the throat, you can get up in the morning, drink about 2 or 3 glasses of warm water, go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, spike your tongue a little deeper, and vomit it out. If all the toxicity from the upper abdomen is removed, then it's natural that these toxins will not go into other part of the body, and you're protected naturally in the very first instant of toxicity that is rising in your body. This is known as the Kunjal Kriya. Okay, so you can do Jalneti, you can do Kunjal Kriya. You can drink a lot of warm water and clean out your stomach by allowing this water to simply pass out. It will clean all your internal organs. It's also part of Dhauti. It is known as Shank Prakshalan. Specific asanas are done so that you can perform better and clean your stomach better. We are not going through all those asanas now. Neti, Dhauti. The next one is Kapalabhati. One of the best kriyas for purification is Kapalabhati. We all will be going through that now. Sit in Siddhasana, take the right leg, place it between the calf and the inner thigh. The heel is at the perineum. Those who are in periods will not do this. The contraindications are if you have ulcers, hernia, glaucoma, you will not be performing Kapalabhati. Otherwise, it's a safe practice to simply cut out the toxicity in a pandemic. So you will inhale deeply. How many of you don't know how to do Kapalabhati? We are in the land of Baba Ramdev, right? Okay. So inhale, exhale, begin. Inhale, exhale, allow the abdomen to simply move in and begin your practice 30 strokes, and then you stop and concentrate at the center of the brow. Let's begin. Every morning, before you eat anything, see that you finish off the kriyas of Kapalabhati. A major part of detoxification happens if you finish at least about 300 strokes of Kapalabhati. At the least, if you are an old practitioner, you can take it ahead. 30 strokes and then pause between the forehead, then take it up 30 strokes, pause between the forehead to feel that comfort at the center of the brow, that quietening, that relaxation. Thirty strokes, stop, feel the relaxation. In the times of the pandemic, it is very important that your practice should not be hectic. The prana that is used, that is available in the body, should be used for recuperation. Any hectic practice will actually reduce your immunity. So you do a little practice and then you relax. You do a little practice, bring your breath down. See that your cellular body is not losing any oxygen. And slowly release the practice of Kapalabhati. Settle down yourself. Ascend the spine upwards. we are going to be doing a few kriyas that are very important to increase your immunity, detox the body, increase the strength of your lungs. We are going to begin with the Viracen Kriya. Lengthen your arms out, fist your palms by taking the thumb into the little finger, fist it, and take your elbows parallel to your shoulder. With every inhalation, you will rise through the chest, and with every exhalation, you will tap the inner elbow to the inner rib. See that your nasal passages are completely clear. Viracen Kriya, allowing yourself to release the lymphatic ducts, the axillary nodes. These are full of toxins. At any point of time, whenever toxicity rises in the body, whenever cough rises in the body, bile rises, these are the ducts that become full. The Viracen Kriya simply releases them. The mind controlling nerves along the side of the ribs work wonderfully. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Stop the practice. Maybe you see me for a second. I fist my palms by taking the thumb into the little finger. I clasp my hand into a fist. My shoulder is in line with my outer elbow. I inhale, rising through my chest. I exhale, I gently tap the inner elbows to the inner ribs. Then I come up. Inhale. You're only inhaling once and it's an active exhalation. Keep allowing the inner elbows to gently tap. There are vital organs here that are fully congested, the spleen and the liver. Just gently tapping them releases them of all the dirt, the toxicity, and you are in a state of a little bit more of purity and toxin-free body. Keep your hand at the center of the chest, Arpita. And then as you exhale, don't allow the fist to remove, to come on the sides. And please relax. Now that you have learned the Viracen Kriya, we will do it together and properly, 20 strokes. Okay? Fist your palms in the center of the chest. Take a deep inhalation, rise through the chest, inhale. Tap the elbows with an active exhalation and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And please relax. Take a deep inhalation, take a long exhalation. Viracen Kriya is one of the most important kriyas for change in season, getting the body out of a disease state, removing the toxicity. Allow yourself to relax by simply concentrating into the center of the brow. We are taking very simple practices, something that you can do in your home every day. If you don't understand anything, you can always call me later on. And we are going to proceed towards Sheetal Kriya. So you're going to place your palms at the inner knees and press the knees down and rise through the spine upwards. Allow the shoulders to rise into the ears and pressurize the palms into the inner knees. Once you have done that, maybe you watch me first. We inhale. We stick the tongue out and we exhale 21 times. Okay, once you have done that 21 times, you will roll the tongue in up to the palate and you will do the same thing again 21 times. And then after 21 times it's finished, you will relax the tongue onto the lower jaw. You will take a deep inhalation and you will hold the breath in the center of your chest. Let's begin. Pressurize your palms on the knees. Draw the shoulders into the ears, straighten up the spine. Take a deep inhalation Stick the tongue out and begin. Gently roll the tongue up towards the palate and begin. And simply relax the tongue on the lower jaw. Take a deep inhalation and fill the breath into your chest. We are going to be holding the breath for a full minute. In case you can't hold it for a minute, you will take it maybe for 20, 30 seconds. And then you will exhale and take a breath again. Test your capacity, you're energizing the lungs. The Siha Kriya is a very important Kriya to remove all the tar out of the lungs. The gluey mucus that collects at the lower end of the lungs is all thrown out with the Siha Kriya. The accumulated cough in the throat is completely cleansed. As and when you're comfortable, you will slowly release the breath, lower down the shoulders and simply relax. Observe the body after the effect of the Siha Kriya, and we're going to be doing this 2 more times so that you become perfect in the performance of Siha Kriya. Place your palms at the, is there a problem with anything you cannot understand? Please put your hand up and I will take it a little more slowly, okay? Because we have a vast syllabus and we have very little time. Place your palms at the inner knees. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, lengthen the spine, pull up the diaphragm. Take a deep inhalation, exhale, and begin. Keep your fingers alert, keep the palms alert, keep the hand alert. Push the shoulders into the ears. Push, begin, continue, 21 times. The spine should be absolutely held towards the back of the head. The shoulders should be raised. Once you have finished 21 times, you will take the tongue and place it at the palate. Roll the tongue deep into the palate and then begin again. Once you have finished 21 times, you will simply relax the tongue back into the lower jaw. Take a deep inhalation. Rise through the chest, hold the breath in and count till 60. 5, 10, 15, 20. Stay with me. 25, 30, 35, 40. I think everybody has released. So we have to complete the 60 seconds. You take a breath again and you count the remaining seconds. 60 seconds hold is an absolute must. So if you have come down in 30 seconds, you will go back, take a deep inhalation and complete the 60 seconds. You will practice the Siha Kriya every day, thrice a day, once in the morning, once before lunch, once before dinner. At any point of time on a particular day, you feel that you are not able to do your Siha Kriya, you should immediately go to your physician. That means there is some problem with your lungs. If it's not able to take those wretches, that means there is a problem with them. So immediately you go and you take some treatment. Goes without saying that you have to steam, you have to wear masks, you have to maintain social distance. And now we are going to work on the 3 parts of the lungs, sectional breathing. You take your elbows up, take your palms back, rise through your elbows, dig the dorsal in. What is the dorsal? The back ribs. Dig the dorsal in, take your palms at the back, rise through your elbows, lengthen the side ribs, and take a deep inhalation. The breath that you take should completely fill up the upper lobes of your lungs. You're nourishing the entire length of your lungs sectionally. We are breathing only for the upper lobes. Taking a breath as deep as you can and exhaling as deep as you can. Again, take an inhalation as deep as you can and exhale as deep as you can. And simply release. You'll take a breath from 5 to 8 to the count of 5 or 8 as per your state of comfort, and slowly release the practice. Take your palms, place them at the armpits. Is there a problem, Mr. Sen? Is it clear what I'm saying? Place your palms at the inner armpit. Allow the middle finger to touch. Take a deep inhalation and allow the fingers to separate slowly, allowing the rib cage to come to the forefront. We are working on the mid lobes. And then as you exhale, squeeze in, allow the middle finger to touch. Once again, inhale deeply. Separate the fingers. Work through the central chest. And as you exhale, squeeze the ribs in. Prepare once again, deep inhalation. Feel the breath filling up into your chest. See the fingers moving. Allow yourself to rise with the breath and squeeze in well with the exhalation. 4 more. Don't get tired, Tripti. Inhale. Exhale. Nikita, this will be very good for you. Get you back your energy. Inhale. Lower down the shoulder blades. Exhale. Draw the fingers in. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Fingers are moving away. Exhale and take your palms down. Relax. Take a deep breath in and see the free flowing of the breath, how the breath has become free flowing. It has become a little bit more easy. Now the third part of the breath is working on the lower sides of your lobes. Keep your fingers on the lower ribs, on the floating ribs, on this down part. Squeeze it, squeeze it. Now as you inhale, feel the palms moving away and feel the thumb moving at the back. Once again, exhale. Squeeze in. With every inhalation, allow the ribs to rise, the diaphragm to rise. Roll the shoulders back. And with every exhalation, squeeze in. Be careful in your observation. Continue. Observe the flow of the ribs up, the movement. Become sensitive. And then as you exhale, simply squeeze in. Do not be in a hurry to go to the next breath. Complete each breath. Allow yourself to expand at the intercostal muscles, at the ribs. Allow the lungs inside to completely fill up, and then exhale completely. And please relax. Just for this moment, take a deep inhalation and take a long exhalation. We are going to be doing this once more for your practice. Is it comfortable? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Are you able to see the movement of the ribs and the expansion of the lungs? Let's begin. Inhale, take a deep inhalation. Fill your lungs up. And exhale. Once again. And a third time. Sectional breathing. Simply relax. Take a normal inhalation and a normal exhalation. Place your palms at the armpit or the upper chest. Allow the middle finger to touch. Take a deep inhalation, separate the finger and feel the expansion. And then exhale. Allow yourself to hold the breath in at the expanded chest. Push the back ribs in, push the dorsal in. And then exhale, allow the fingers to touch again. One last time, inhale. Feel the expansion. And slowly come back. Take your palms down. Don't be in a hurry, Nikita. Complete your breath. Once again, place your palms on the lower ribs. Thumb moving back. Take a deep inhalation. Feel the movement. And exhale. Once again, inhale. Stay for some time after your inhalation and exhalation. No hurry. And exhale. One last time, inhale. One last time, exhale. Gently keep your palms down. Become aware of your breath. Take your index finger and slowly exhale into it through the left nostril. Then move the finger into the right nostril. Left, right, left, right. You will be aware that the breath is flowing predominantly through one nostril. The nostril in which the breath is flowing is the predominant nostril, and the nostril from which the breath is not flowing so well is the congested nostril. Just be aware of the dominant key. It is working in a better way. The other nostril is slightly congested. Okay. Before we move into our next section, we will discuss a small section of diet. The diet that one follows is actually very, very personal. We are going to go through the general lines in the pandemic, what you should eat. We are going to stick to more of fibrous foods because as the mucus rises, If you have fibrous food, it has the ability to suck out the mucus or the bile that is foraying up into your system. So fibrous food, green vegetables, less of milk, less of ice creams, less of sticky food that will further create mucus, a lot of fresh fruits, a lot of easily digestible, easily assimilable foods, foods that you can digest fast. And if at all you land yourself into a problem, then your food should be extremely light so that the energy that is wasted on digesting that food is not wasted, and you use that energy to heal. Let's not go more into the diet. Let's stick to simple things: fibrous foods, greens, a lot of greens, a lot of fruits, less of mucus food, and less of sticky substances like ice cream, even your ghee or whatever sticky substances you're used to. Let's have less of that in this season, because all these are mucus and bile producing. You're, you should not be having all this. The idea is that you keep your digestive tract very, very light. Okay. Now we are going to begin a slight section of asana practice. Before we go on to our asana practice, we are going to begin with the second part of the Tardan Kriya, because if you ever land up with any problems of COVID, the first most harrowing experiences that you cannot taste and you cannot smell. At that point of time, the Tardan Kriya done at the lower end of your body energizes the cranial nerves, especially the second cranial nerve, which is the olfactory nerve, which is responsible for your sense of smell and your sense of taste. So maybe most of you will not be able to do Padmasan. Make yourself as comfortable as you can, perhaps a Swastikasan, perhaps a Siddhasan. Those of you who can go into a Padmasan will go into a Padmasan. Place your palms down, gently lift yourself up, and hit the buttock down onto the mat. Okay, Tardan Kriya. So you're going to, I'll be showing you the way it is done first properly. You go into Padmasan, place your palms, and you're going to just hit the lower part of your buttock down onto the mat 21 times. Let's begin Tardan Kriya for the activating of the olfactory nerve. If you cannot do this, no problem. You can sit in Swastikasan and you can do the same thing. Just hit the bottom down onto the mat 21 times. Maybe some of you cannot sit down. You will sit on a chair and you can do the same thing. Place your palms on the side of the chair, and the idea is that the buttock down should keep on doing a Tardan, like how we did the Tardan on the chest. The same way we keep banging the buttocks down onto the floor to create a kind of a whacking sensation. We are simply activating the olfactory nerve, which is responsible for your sense of smell, for your sense of taste. It runs into your nasal passages. Perfect. And slowly release the breath. Just 21 times. Zyada bhi nahi karna hai. Bas 21 times. 3 times a day. And if you are in a mood, 4-5 times a day. Okay? And slowly release the practice. There are few asanas that we will be doing. The first asana is Bharadwajasana. It is the promise of Muni Bharadwaj that if you practice this asana, the body will become malaheen. It will become, what you say, malaheen is malaheen, toxin free. Take your legs back, turn towards the left side, and simply rotate. We are not going into the technicalities of the asana practice because this is not the platform for it. As we go into Bharadwajasana, we are going to form an intention that your body is becoming toxin free. It is becoming malaheen. The more you twist and the more you breathe in your twist after the exhalation, the more the organic body will respond better to you. and slowly come back. We're going to repeat on the same side 3 times so that you become comfortable in your practice. Once again, you inhale, take your legs well, keep your knees together, rise through your arm and simply grip the outer thigh and turn with the opposite shoulder. Look beyond the shoulders slightly, or you may keep the chin in the chest. Allow yourself to experience the movement of the abdominal organs in the twist. Bharadwajasana. Just a few asanas, but those asanas will give you tremendous relief. Please come back. Once again, inhale and twist. Bharadwajasana. In Bharadwajasana, you will see that the entire organic body is working. It is wringing out the toxicity from the kidneys, the liver, the intestines, the spleen. The chest is opening, allowing you to breathe a little deeper. And slowly release the practice. The other side. And you're going to be doing 3 times onto the other side. If you are a practice practitioner, you can take a brick, fix it at the outer buttocks so that the body does not dip. Once again, you inhale, rise through your arm, exhale, grip your outer thigh and gently turn. Rotate through the shoulder, roll through the chest, grip the abdomen well. And after you have finished your exhalation, continue to breathe normally. Continue to breathe, Tripti, hold the pose. Mr. Sen, please hold the pose. And slowly come back. Take a deep inhalation. Relax in an exhalation. Once again, inhale. Rise through your arm. Roll the shoulder back. Grip the outer thigh with your palm. Turn. Turn organically. Allow the organs in the body to simply twist and turn. Bharadwajasana. Chachi ji. Chalo. And simply release. Release. See, asana practice nobody wants to do. And sit down in Vajrasan. If Vajrasan is a problem, please sit in Swastikasana. Fold your palms. Take your thumb out, place it on the knees, dig through the dorsal. When you dig through the dorsal, the spine gets a good curvature, the chest comes out. Take a deep inhalation, take a long exhalation. This is one of the best mudras for the expansion of the chest, for a lot of work at the spine. When your legs are folded, the available prana is more available for digestion and respiration. Take a couple of breaths. See that you do not fold your elbows. Just slightly straighten them. Hold on to your knees. Try and move the thumb away from the folded finger. Merudanda Mudra. And slowly release the practice. We are going to do a couple of standing asanas, mostly to work through the ribs, work on the back, so that you will be slightly more stronger, you'll be slightly more energetic. If you want, you can take a chair for your assistance. Please come to a standing position and you're going to move into Tadasana. Seniors can take assistance of a chair. And there you are. If you have the chair, walk your front leg towards the front of the chair. Keep your palm down so that you're well rested and well assisted. Simply roll back, hands at the waist. Simply roll back. An assisted Trikonasana. Right leg is forward. Now raise your hand. Raise your hand. Breathe through your ribs. Breathe through your ribs. Look down at your toes. Contact your fingertips. Contact your fingertips. Stretch through your armpit and shoulders. If you listen to me now, exactly what I'm saying, I promise you something. I promise you an increase in your auric field. Just contact the tips of your fingers. They are already becoming alert and tingling. If you have really stretched, the way I'm telling you, your fingers have become slightly alert. And slowly take the hand down. As you take the hand down, the hand cuts as though your hand is cutting through a spider's web. There is certain kind of a vibrational movement at the tips of your fingers. That is what is known as increase in the auric field. Listen to me well. Don't get bored because it's a simple Trikonasana and you know how to do it. Take the left leg forward, place the left palm down, rise through the right arm, lengthen through the armpit, lengthen through the elbows, lengthen through the wrist, lengthen through the fingers and the palms. Take a deep breath. The hand down is very, very alert. The fingers are moving away from the seat of the chair. Keep moving up. The fingers are alert. They are already beginning to tingle. Keep stretching. Keep stretching. Hold the stretch. Hold the stretch. And as you release, you will feel as though the hand is cutting through something. As you fold the pose, stretch and breathe, there's a natural increase in your auric field. And this increase in auric field will keep you protected from the bacteria or the virus. One last time, place your palms down, do it on your difficult side, and slowly take the hand up. Learn to increase your auric field by the practice of asanas. The next asana that I'll give you is one in which the auric field manifolds in a double way. It simply shoots out of the body. If I was imaging you on the PIP scanner, I would show you the increase in your auric field. What is the significance of the increase in auric field is that when the aura increases, it is not attacked. The virus, the negativity, the bacteria does not come in close contact with the body. And slowly release. The right leg is slightly forward. Start by bending from the knee. Start by bending from the knee. You can place your palm on the chair for assistance. Dig in through the ribs. Dig in through the ribs. Those of you who need assistance, have the assistance of the chair. And now you can rise yourself up through your arms. Keep pushing the fingertips up and keep pushing through your toes, even though the lower body is going down. The back leg is pushing through the toes, the thighs is completely alert. Those who are senior students, can look up at the ceiling so that the 6 chakras are in one line. The Shat chakras become in one line. Come, Ranu. Veerabhadrasana 1. Hold the pose for a little while longer.
I'm already tired, Sheetal, with
Okay.
Trikonasana.
Okay, and slowly release. Take it up on the other side. Take it up on the other side. Go down. Hold the pose. Go down, dip down. Taking the perineum down to the crust of the earth is one of the foundation poses to energize the body. Veerabhadrasana 1. Rise through your palms. Rise through your palms. Very nice. Don't bend the back knee, Kavita. Okay. Allow the fingers to tingle. And slowly come back and sit down. You can assist yourself. If you cannot sit like this in Malasana directly, if you cannot sit like this directly, you can take your feet on a brick. Sit down in Malasana. Open the perineum to the crust of the earth. Rise through the spine. Rise through the spine. The loss of energy that you feel at any point of time, if at all you are struck by the COVID virus, the best way to get your energy back is through this pose, where the perineum opens to the crust of the earth and you can access the loads of energy. If you do not need this assistance, nothing like sitting in a proper way, leaning back onto your back heel, just challenging yourself, making your pose as comfortable as you can, and slowly release. Lie back on your stomach for Bhujangasana and Sarpasana so that we energize the frontal chest. Take a deep inhalation, rise through the chest, push your palms, hold the breath in, and when you feel the need to exhale, go down. Take a deep inhalation one more time. As you come up, keep your hands wide. Keep the breath at the center of the chest. And when you feel the need to exhale, come down. If your body is in a lot of pain, you can do the Sarpagati. Take your elbows, join your elbows, keep your chin on your palm, walk the elbows forward, walk the elbows forward a little bit at a time, and allow the spine to slowly sink in. Sarpagati is one of the best ways to fight off the aches, pains, the lethargy. And there will come a point when you cannot extend anymore. Start walking the elbow back. Start walking the elbow back. Long, long inhalation, long, long exhalation. And simply relax. Allow the lower back to release any stress. Take a quiet inhalation, take a quiet exhalation. Lie down on your back for a small twist. Bend your right knee, take it to the chest. Grip the knee from outside, drop it to the left side. Take your arms parallel to your shoulders. Work through the extension of your armpit and the twist at the waist. You're working on releasing the lymphatic system, the axillary nodes, the thoracic duct, the inguinal nodes parallel to your upper thighs. Feel the squeeze, relax, hold for a few minutes. You will feel lighter. Slowly come to the center. Bend your left leg. Take a deep exhalation. Grip the outer knee. Drop it to the right side. Extend from the left elbow. Complete your twist. Complete your twist. And once you are done, you lie back into a Shavasana. Lie back into a complete Shavasana. Take your right hand, place it on the abdomen. Take your right hand, place it on the abdomen. Observe the breath. As you inhale, allow the abdomen to rise. As you exhale, allow the abdomen to recede. You're working on the navel, the 72,000 nasnaris that dominantly work below your navel. The more you concentrate on the rise and fall of the abdomen, the more you energize the great mass of nerves below the navel. Completely work. Allow your body to come to a completely still state and just gently observe. Allow yourself to become completely still and just observe the rise and fall of the abdomen. If at all you feel any difficulty in breathing at any point of time, then please turn onto the side, preferably on the right side, and breathe through the left. So this is one way in which you you can work. This can work as a natural ventilator for your lungs, where you keep two pillows below on the stomach. You allow yourself to rest from the hip bones, pressing the diaphragm in, and the other legs are on the pillow behind. You take your palm, allow your cheekbone to rest on it. The chest is a little away from the floor because of the positioning of the pillow. And breathe through the back lungs. Allow yourself to drop the heels down and breathe. Position the pillows in such a way that one is below the cheek, the other is below the stomach, and the down one is below your shin bones. Feel the relaxation, feel the flow of breath. This is a natural ventilator for your lungs. At any point of time you face distress, this is one way to get the posterior lungs to work completely.
Sheetal, where is the pillow to be placed?
Hmm?
Where are the pillows to be placed?
What did he?
Where are the pillows to be placed? We didn't.
The first pillow is to be placed below the cheek, the second pillow below the stomach, and the third pillow has to be kept below the shin bone or the feet. Just arrange them in that particular way and experience that kind of freedom that you feel at the back of the lungs. Perfect. Perfect. Place your palm, place your cheekbone on the back of your palm so that you feel that support at the neck. Arrange your bolsters in such a way that they are not constricting your chest. There's a certain kind of a freedom where the chest is not pressed onto the floor and the back of the lungs are breathing in and out well. Breathing posteriorly through the back lungs, allowing the expansion, complete expansion of the lungs. If you feel that loss of energy, if you feel that lack of sleep, that lack of that ability by which you are absolutely restless, just placing the pillows like this will give you an extremely restful state. Your shavasana needn't always be just lying on your back. This is one of the ways you can completely relax, breathe, experience freedom in your breath. And gently, if you wish to lie there, please do so. As we begin to end the session, gently come to a sitting position. If some of you are feeling restful, you can always lie back. Again, contact the dominant nostril. Close the congested nostril. Inhale through the dominant. Exhale through the congested. A simple Anulom Vilom, Nadi Shodhan, but we are beginning from the dominant nostril. We are beginning the process from the dominant nostril. You breathe in from the dominant nostril, you exhale from the congested nostril. You breathe in from the congested nostril, you exhale into the dominant. You settle down the body, you create the body into an active state by working from the dominant swara, the dominant nostril. It has more energizing powers on the nervous system, fights off lethargy. And we are going to continue that for the next 10 seconds. And as you halt the practice, you will exhale from the congested nostril. Before we end this session, please stop the practice. Before we end the session, there are a few tips that we can give you from the pages of Swara Yoga. When you feel that you do not feel hungry, you're not able to smell, you're not able to taste, you will close the left nostril and you will breathe only from the right. You will inhale from the right and you will exhale from the right. Surya Bhedi. You will gently inhale from the right. You will exhale from the right. Before your meals, 21 times. Inhale from the right, exhale from the right. This will allow the food that you eat to be digested well. It will not turn into mucus. It will not turn into bile. The food thus digested will not create any toxicity for you. It will also energize you well. Reinstate your sense of smell, your sense of taste. Stop the practice. Place your hands on your knees. Take a deep inhalation. Exhale completely. Tuck the chin down, contract the glutes, suck the abdomen in for Trimanth. Hold for as long as you can and then slowly release the practice. That kind of deep inhalation after the bandhas will open up the airway passages a little better. Once again, inhale. Exhale completely. And as you exhale, tuck the chin in, suck the abdomen in, contract your glutes and suck the anal mouth inwards and upwards. Mool Bandh, Udyan Bandh, Jalandhar Bandh. And slowly release the practice. If you have blood pressure, please do not do this. Do not hold for a long time, maybe just 3-4 seconds. Once again, inhale one last time. Exhale. and gently release the practice. Before we sign off from this platform, one of the best ways, since the COVID virus is always attacking the organs of perception, that is the eyes, the nose, there are things that you can do to energize them. And one of them is the Ujjayi Breath. So you take a deep inhalation from the center of the throat, pick the breath up and allow it to flow from the collarbone into the top of the head. When you work so on the Udan Vayu, which works on the eyes to strengthen the eyes, the ears, the nose, the organs of perception, you make them a little stronger and more ready for the crisis around us. The practice of Ujjayi breath should be predominant in all your practices. Soft inhalation and soft exhalation of the Ujjayi breath, improving your sense of smell, your sense of taste, since it targets the organs of perception, which are the ears, the nose, the eyes, the tongue, the skin, and gently release the practice. Rub your palms, place them on the eyes, and we will end with 3 rounds of Bhramri. And you settle down. I wish you all the best of health. And I'm Sheetal Dutta from this platform, Yogi Latis with Vidhi. And we have a lot of other very interesting aspects to this platform. We have Hatha Yoga by Ranu Mishra. We have Pilates with Vidhi. It's a beautiful section of back strengthening, core strengthening. We have Kundalini Yoga with Divya. You can try and look up into any of these platforms. At least once you should try each of these classes. They are really very beautiful and very well organized. And with that, we'll sign off for the day. You all take care. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheetal. Wonderful class. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Sheetal. Thank you, Sheetal. Thank you so